Hello everyone, it is Crappy 5-year-old YouTuber here, and no, it is not another reaction video even though I've only done one. I'll do another when I found something to react to that isn't oversaturated, so pretty much never most likely. But well, I mean, if you consider making a video about a topic, a reaction, and yeah, this is another oversaturated one then. And today's topic is about Digital Homicide, the developers of such amazing games such as The Slaughtering Grounds, Temper Tantrum, and oh wait, I have a topic which may be new! Yes! Oh, yep, what is it? Well, after 2 years, Digital Homicide finally lost everything on Steam. All their games, after many complaints from countless gamers, have finally been taken down by Valve, and thank fuck. And if you have no idea who Digital Homicide are, I'd just look at the Jim Sterling video about his video being DMCA'd by Digital Homicide after they called their game The Slaughtering Grounds a complete pile of shit, which it is. And also, Digital Homicides have put about 10 plus games on Steam last year. Hell, it could have been closer to 20. And if it was for their Greenlight, all their Greenlight attempts to be successful, there would probably be something up to about 50. It's fucking insane. Now, this video was originally going to be about Digital Homicide attempting to sue Steam users and also mention their old lawsuit on Jim Sterling, which is yet to happen, and with previous attempts against him, it probably will never go through. But midway through writing this, I discovered that none of their games were on Steam, and this really caught me off guard. The whole first line was literally me discovering them not having their games on Steam. And why is this a good thing? Well, as I said, they have put countless games onto Steam in a little succession of time. And though this isn't a totally bad thing, if there's actually effort put into the games, and it was something that was put into development for a long time, well, this was not the case for Digital Homicide games. They really didn't develop any of their games at all, actually. Most of their games were actually from Unity assets, and though it's not 100% proven that all of them are, there are some 2D games which might not be Unity assets. They are absolutely terrible games anyway. It looks worse than anything you could even find on some crappy browser website. Now, I admit I own a few Digital Homicide games, but I've never actually bought one, and this is another controversy from Digital Homicide, is that they give their games away countless times because of the trading cards that you can get from them. The devs earn a partial bit of the money from the trading cards, and so do Valve. The leftover money goes to the user, which is mostly the majority of it. And this scheme probably got Digital Homicide a bit of money to buy more Unity assets. I know it's like usually 1 or 2p, that is a lot of 1 or 2p's they're getting because loads of people have got their trading cards before. And well, obviously, I did actually buy some trading cards for the games, and I do feel bad about this because I've only recently discovered that you can actually, developers do actually get money from the trading cards. It's only like a little 10% though, but 10% is a bit too much even for games like from the ones from Digital Homicide. Digital Homicide, or the Romine brothers as they are called, very recently filed a lawsuit against Steam users, and this was something ridiculous, which was apparently that they were being assaulted verbally for their games, which, to be honest, they rightfully should have been because it's part of shit games they've made. And the problem is they didn't actually have the actual names of these Steam users, but they had their Steam usernames. And though it isn't definite, Steam must have realised that the existence of Digital Homicide was there, seen their games, and then just shut them off completely. Because funny enough, the games that the Romine brothers published onto Steam went completely against Steam's rules of the games published must be by the creator, the developer, the publisher of the game. All the games have had permission to be released onto Steam by the original developer, and the original developer of many Digital Homicide games were from different, completely many Unity users, and there's never been actual evidence of them getting permission to publish these games onto Steam. Now, how it took so long for Valve to realise the games that the Romine brothers were not by them was confusing because the complaints on their games have been going on for now nearly 2 years. It's been about November 2014. And if it wasn't for the lawsuit the Romine brothers were attempting to go through, then they'd probably never be noticed by Valve. But they fucked up big time, and they made Valve aware of the games they made, which is probably the worst idea for them, and has led to them having this problem happen to them. And due to the lawsuit attempts, this will probably be completely stopped. Like, the lawsuit will not go through against the 100 or so Steam users and Jim Sterling as well. The Steam users' real names haven't been given out to the Digital Homicide, and they need the game names to be given out to them for the lawsuit to go on. And Jim Sterling now has actual grounds to stand on, which he did anyway, and he knew this, which he's really confident about, and now he should really damn well be. So now this lawsuit against him, which was ridiculously amounted to about 10 million, will never continue, which is thank fucking God, because personally, Digital Homicide don't even deserve 1 million, and if they don't even deserve 100,000 or £100 for anything they've done. Now, finally, is this the end of Digital Homicides? Well, that's the problem. Though Steam have shut them down on the main accounts, the Romine brothers have done this thing before where they put a game onto Steam Greenlight with a different identity and it does go through successfully. And how this actually gets greenlit anyway is confusing, which is something to blame with Steam users themselves. But hopefully Valve will improve the Greenlight system and put more security into it. And possibly put a requirement of the developers that need to put more identity to prevent a developer, for instance, like the Romine brothers, to return, or at least they won't be able to return cheaply. And sadly, there are many other sites which the Romine brothers can put their games onto. But whatever the case, if you see a Digital Homicide game, don't buy them. If there's even one that's looking close to them, don't buy them. If it looks like it's got Unity assets, report it. We don't need more games like this. And with the antics that Digital Homicide are up to most of the time, it'll become obvious to know if a game's by them or not. Well, that's pretty much all for this video. Like I said, don't try and let a game like the games Digital Homicides I've published be back on Steam, or if already they're on Steam, report it. I'm sure that's something you could do, weirdly enough. But yeah, that's all well. But I'm pretty much done with this video. Like I said the last time in the video, I have absolutely no idea how to end these videos.
You're ready now. It's time to take on one of them big daddies. It won't be easy, but it's the only way to get to Little Sisters and the Adam they carry.
But my hope will